Hello and welcome back to the Osimania 7K World Cup 2026. We have yet another block of two matches happening at this very moment, and we're here to broadcast one of them, and that is a winners bracket match between Indonesia and Russian Federation. I am Sergio85, and alongside with me in the commentary booth is Mifa.
Hey, hello there. Once again, we're back just to see another matchup because I think the B stream in particular will be Indonesia versus Russia, and on the other side, on the flip side, there's also an A stream which I think broadcasting also I believe it was the UK versus Vietnam right there. So if you want to check out on that stream as well, you might as well feel free to do so, and maybe watch two matches at the same time.
Follow two matches at the same time indeed. Anyways, here we are with the protects immediately. Not everyone is moving pretty fast in this matchup. We see Team Russia protecting EX2. I'm actually surprised that Russia is the one protecting LN in this particular matchup. Indonesia protected the coordination pick, Jindy Chow. So
Interestingly enough, two LN protects actually.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested I'm actually pretty interested, as to why. Well, actually, for Team Russia as well. Like, I would have at least expected maybe them protecting Rice in a way. I know they have a pretty decent rice pair as well. Maybe Russia has like a decent support go for Meiju in the noodles. But we're gonna see how everything pans out as we now proceed with the bans, and Indonesia immediately getting Rice 5 out of the way. Just note that there is a second banning phase once we have played 4 charts in this matchup, so please stand by for that. But anyways, we're now awaiting Team Russia's ban, and I presume this might be, and there we go, LN1.
Oh.
So getting the slow LNs out of the way, the second slowest actually, because LN2 is the slowest outright.
Yeah, knowing that LNs for Indonesia has been it's been pretty particularly stand out. I think it's the most panned out of a arsenal of scores. Knowing that their LNs have been it's pretty much on the top 5, top 6 performances, I think, on both of those in general. So we'll see.
Okay, so Team Russia is going to be opening this with the faster of the two core team picks. We have Rice 3, Rokodenashi, RTTR. I forgot what acronym this actually reads.
Or it may actually be just 4 letters. We just don't know.
Who knows? I just remember someone bringing it up in the show during the showcase, but like not exactly the commentators bringing it, but I remember someone in the chat, particular the one of the moderators has been like the metadata song history guy. Unfortunately, I forgot their name. Shoutouts to them. Anyways, as we see, what a funny setup here. We
all got 4. We all got 4.
Yeah, all 4 Indonesian players, if I'm not mistaken, were here on screen.
Though I do believe it's most likely gonna be Rafko and Ya for Indonesia, and then maybe Correas and Time Buka, I think, for Russia. Yeah.
There you go. And as you mentioned, Indonesia and Russia, like both of these teams actually have like a way, like a setup, like what do you can think of this, like they have a rice pair, they have a long note pair. Like a lot of the teams that we're seeing in this World Cup are going to be having that setup. Though as it appears, the race might be swapping out. Oh no, they are. They just checked it.
Yeah. Just figuring things out. I mean, knowing that think Russia's. I think in terms of players in general, I think Rice they should be the. I think Team Ibuka and Korea should be the one to handle Rice. If not, knowing that other skill sets, maybe Major, maybe Exdevil might pan out as a result of that. But I think the two players are should be like the main carries, I guess, for Rice.
Anyways, here comes the start of this match. And I think we're going to be seeing quite the accuracies from both of these teams. This chart is not exactly like the super hard, fast coursing charts that we'll be seeing later on in the World Cup, but this is in that zone where it's hard enough, but also comfortable enough for everyone to be able to get their accuracies as high as possible. As you can see here from Team Indonesia, both of them carrying actually not mid 99s, like both of them were carrying 99.9s. Rafko finding a half a tenth drop over the past few seconds right there. A 4,000 point lead is being maintained by their side as Team Russia is starting to increase at average accuracy, but it is Indonesia with the advantage overall.
Yeah, quite a sizable accuracy gap for at least just two players. Like player for player matchup is just overall just very solid. Even for both Russian players, even with the miss I think from Team Ibuka, which it seems like gonna be quite hurting like the score difference pretty much.
It's also in the middle of the chart as well, like just before this short break section as we enter like as we're about to enter like the denser section of this chart, and I don't really see that much instability here coming from or Rafko for that matter. It's gonna be a really hard task for now for Team Russia to claw back the score gap.
Yeah, it's gonna take a massive mystery for Indonesia to actually just losing the lead over, but unfortunately it's gonna be Russia's to actually having a second miss from Team Ibuka, so that will be first point, a break point that is for Indonesia. That is 8,000 points away from a 2 million, which is crazy to think about. Well, just missing out the V1SSs for and Rafko, which honestly, ratio-wise, is just clearly dominant at this point. Yeah, we'll see what's the response here from I think from Indonesia, because knowing Russia's pick hasn't been panning out too well in terms of Rice, maybe Indonesia will probably just start capitalizing with Alan picks. I feel like.
Okay, so let's see what Team Indonesia is going to be replying with pick-wise. I do think that they have the pool pretty much wide open for themselves, and actually they are going to be starting with their own protect.
This is gonna be interesting, knowing that both teams are pretty much protecting their own turf. Well, I guess in this case it's just LN's. Whether the lesser of the two evils are going to compare, because LN release is just like a one of a kind in this kind of pool.
This one is gonna be funny because I know. At least I know that Meiju should be able to keep up with the coordination aspect of this chart. But something that everyone has to know is that the star rating, first things first, is like the most deceiving figure that you will ever see in the 7K World Cup. Not to mention, like the combo climbs up so slowly that basically missing at the middle of the chart is a death sentence at that point.
Oh yeah, I mean, knowing 3.4 star rating is it's innocuous enough, but at the same time you just have to remember that Alan coordination, or I guess in terms of I guess in just keeping combo through it throughout Ellen's style, which this technically tests of how much you can actually just releasing your fingers at the right moment, not knowing that this is also not missing at the same time.
In a way, well, you kind of have to just hold on. Oh wait, that's the different song.
No, that's a that's a
Yeah.
wrong moment to pick up. But anyways, actually, Onta Bakasi
But
is
like
actually playing for this one.
think about it. That's what you kind of have to do with this chart, though.
Well, I guess, but it's definitely to some extent. It is what you can do for like all the picks really for that one. But regardless, though, this is a. I actually think this is good, but unfortunately, Team Ibuka finding the first miss on that side. That's also dropping to 97 or just about 98 here.
On the other hand, this contrast Meiju with a really strong running here at the very first quarter of this chart. Onta Bikasi with a pretty uncharacteristic LN drop
Oh
there.
well.
Yeah.
Meiju with second person drop, no full combos on Russia, and it's only just Ravko holding up to somewhat decently well accuracy to boot too, like 99.85 just around there.
That's a really strong accuracy, I have to say. Like 99.8 on a chart like this isn't easy. That's not easy to get at all. Buka has pretty much recovered combo wise. It's just getting the accuracy up. Meiju unfortunately finding yet another drop onto Bikasi. Second strongest accuracy in this room. Like it doesn't even feel like they missed at all, actually.
I mean, it's just basically the accuracy is what really differing them. And if he, I mean, and there's a miss from Ravko. No FCs at all in this lobby. And I think it's something worth noting that even though can't really blame Team Ibuka at that point, because if you can look at the hit error, that's what really says a lot about Ellen coordination, because you can just do very well and center your hits, or it's just going to be all over the place, knowing that you have to release it at certain points.
Indeed, and because of that, here's Indonesia's second point onto Bikasi. It was indeed a dropped LN. What is that ratio? Almost 1:10.
Yeah, well, 3 200s and 7 200s as well, and I mean, props for actually playing this out and just to get like even like above, like just around 900k at above, because it's not easy to get around that score. And I think Team Ibuka, even with the negative ratios, sort of, and it's definitely just a really hard chart to prove that it's not easy to get. And Russia's responding with another LN pick of their disposal, even though this is also their protect. This is kind of a curveball being thrown here.
I like this pick now. Maybe, I mean, there is a chance that they did just protect this because they wanted to really play this in this match. But like, considering Indonesia's LN setup right now, you have Onta Bikasi is going to be right here. As you can see right there. This is going to be a really tough task for Russia to pick up a point on this.
Just kind of had a inkling feeling about because in the chat right now, I think like both Meiju and Team Ibuka are just kind of like vibing around this pick, that knowing that this also was I guess a sort of a collab between Kivicat or Kurisamakise in this case, which just happens to be just around one of their I guess acquaintances.
Ravko is kind of stuck on the wrong chart though.
Oh yeah, I get. Well, hopefully we get to. Well, yeah, just to kind of panic there, maybe. Once we sort it out.
There you go.
Okay.
Really strong start, really beautiful start here from both Indonesian players. Also, just for those who are new to the 7K World Cup, EX picks are relatively harder than your regular picks. Just slightly easier than the round's tiebreaker onto Bikasi, finding an unfortunate drop in this mini inverse section. Anyways, continuing for where picked up, EX1 is a Rice pick, EX2 is the Ellen pick, which is yours, which is what you are seeing right now, and EX3 is, so, in a way, like a mini tiebreaker of some sorts. Pretty much a hard hybrid chart.
Yeah, this is I think more or less EX category is just kind of like the stepping stone from like the most of the regular picks. Like you see like Rice, like Rice 1, Rice 2, and so on. There's also like dedicated like Rice, which is like EX1 in this case, which encompasses like basically all types of Rice in like one singular pick. I think that's kind of like the theme around the picks, I think, for this World Cup.
We pick up all the action as we enter like the halfway point of this chart. We still have two full combos. Team Ibuka with a few unfortunate drops over the past 30 seconds or so. And honestly, I'm surprised that everyone has practically settled down through this entire chart. Again, like it's a beautifully made chart with beautiful music behind it. So everyone's just enjoying this, but I don't think that this consistency will be holding once we enter the final third of this chart. Onto Bikasi finding an unfortunate drop, and that does mean that the tie accuracy with Rafko, who's still one of the two full combos in this match.
I mean, it's just only full combo. I think Major had missed like very early. I think in the first 20 notes or so. If you look at the combo.
All right. So it is Rafko, only full combo left. Onto Bikasi and Buka, trading misses in this pretty dense LN section.
Yeah, well, it's just about what's Indonesia's strengths at this point. Knowing, even though they have a couple of misses, I think it's mostly from onto Bikasi, but those two misses can easily be just around the same accuracy as Rafko if it weren't for those two, maybe even slider breaks at this point. I am not really sure.
It's unfazed. Like, and Major has dropped their big combo as well, so are we gonna see an FC on EX2 on this particular match?
There you go. 979k. That is a 6 score on all things considered, though. Yeah, 46 200s and 500s there to boot. And yeah, despite all that too, I think Onto Bikasi also came pretty close actually in terms of score, knowing that the 4 misses kind of ruins it, but the 200 count is absolutely insane.
It's really hard to like limit those 200s, especially in LN charts. Like, you really have to have a certain kind of skill set to be able to accurately, like, be consistently accurate with your holds and releases, really. And like 30 200s in this chart is already pretty absurd.
Yeah, that is also another breakpoint there from Indonesia, which Indonesia puts in a very much an advantageous position here. They can pick really pretty much anything at this point. They can just go with like either hybrids, which hasn't been touched upon at all even. Maybe they can go for maybe
one
pudding hybrid 1. Maybe I could potentially knowing that it's all just cores.
Both of them work. It's only hybrid 3 that sounds a little bit too rough, even for Indonesia, considering that we've been seeing a few drops from Onto Bikasi in these more comfortable charts. But that might just be them recovering form. Okay.
Oh boy, okay, alright. This is just an interesting departure from every single either LN or just like faster coursing, but this is just if you take hybrid 1 and just remove all the LNs and just make it denser, and that's what this is, basically.
Yeah. This is, again, like core jacks are among the funniest charts, especially in the early game. Unfortunate that we are not able to see one of the players get I mean, what are the player scores? What are the players who showed up in an earlier match? But who knows?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
there's still a lot of really good players here.
Mhm. I mean, I guess the thing is that knowing Indonesia, I think they have to have playing. I think is like the one of the more consistent of just getting ratio on core jacks. I think if you take into account of everything else that has been played so far, I think has been like the best performer in core jack of I think for Indonesia in particular.
Yep. What are these roles I'm seeing? Are they trying to roll who's gonna be the second player for Indonesia in this match?
No, rolling the 300
No
count
way.
most likely at this point.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Otto Bikasi come in because they didn't have the highest roll.
Oh.
No,
Alright,
no
so
way.
yeah.
No way they selected their second player by rolling among among themselves.
I have no idea actually. I mean, at this point, if also because he can play
Oh my
it, then
gosh,
surely
yeah.
they can just well, Rapco is not at the right pick again.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to get that fixed shortly, and there you go. That's actually funny. Like, are we gonna? So the roles, at least to us, it implies that they are selecting their second player of luck.
Well, luck of the draw seems like Onto Vakasi is destined to play this now.
Well, not necessarily anymore. They are playing this right now. No more turning back.
I mean,
And so far,
it's
so good.
working very well actually for all things. Rapco is actually back 100 at the brief second.
So I think that's like 1 or maybe 2 300s already.
Possibly more. I think like at this point it's probably just around 5 or 6 300s.
Next level, unfortunately, and Otto Bikasi also trading. Buka and Rafko's accuracies are gonna be, well, next level finding yet another drop is actually gonna help Indonesia now. So the point is
Team Ibuka's Team Ibuka is actually putting the work here, trying to actually match Rafko's accuracy, but X Devil needs to really pick back up with the accuracy department, knowing Onto Bukasa is gonna run away with just a 0.3% lead of an accuracy.
Thus, I mean, Russia is gonna need some pretty big misses coming from. Oh,
Rafko! There's two misses!
As I said,
Oh, actually, it's actually gonna pick back up to Russia, actually.
Well, Russia needs to hold on to the boom. Oh, that's a full team reset from Russia. No one wants to win this chart, huh?
Oh, that is
Are you
so
serious?
unfortunate.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, I'm shocked. 18. What?
18. What?
Huh? 18 300.
What?
Wait, you're telling me
No
in this
FC.
lobby they have no FCs, but the ratios are just that good.
What is this? Okay, there you go, guys. If this is your first time watching Osimania 7K or Osimania in general, this is core jacks at its very finest. It's either you get stupidly good ratios or really heart attack inducing moments like what you've just seen over the last 15 seconds of this chart.
Well, this is now the second banning phase here. Like as you mentioned at the very start of the matchup, there are gonna be another roles to determine who is actually gonna be banning the second pick of this an entire remaining pool.
Like the 3-1. So this phase is gonna be so important. Indonesia might look into banning either Rice 1 or Rice 2.
EX1?
EX1.
EX1 is the ban. Huh.
Yeah, EX1 is the ban. like I would have at least looked into Rice 1 or Rice 2 because that's like the super accuracy heavy picks.
Oh, Russia's
But
interesting ban actually. Hybrid
maybe
1.
this works. Interesting second bans for both of these teams actually. No one really wants to no one really wants to rely on these pretty heavy court heavy stuff. I mean, there's pudding, but I think after seeing what happened with Rice 4, they might be avoiding that.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't see courts after courts in the hybrid 2 either, so maybe they're just avoiding it at this point. But at the same time, Russia's kind of just have to pick like the Hail Mary, maybe like a hybrid 3 at this point, because it's just far and away just like the most unorthodox pick.
Ooh,
EX3, huh? It's quite a bit of a
I don't
marathon
know
going.
if I like this. This is either I don't like this pick at all, or are they just picking this because of vibes?
Well, they're at this point they have 2 lives, I think, in pretty much in the entire tournament. Knowing that this is also a winner's bracket, they can just try to pick like I guess the most kind of the banger of all bangers of a pick, I think, in this pool.
It's just a reminder that that Blocko is ET, and
yeah, absolutely
ET to ever ET.
Although I'll be honest with you, I think the difficulty name is a -10 aura for me.
I know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, but the difficulty name doesn't neutralize Blocko's ET now. Maybe if the diff name was like, "Do you want to build a snowman?" Then I think that would be aura death.
Yeah, well, this definitely is. So, but again, this is potentially the last chance that Russia has to take a point. And knowing Azrael's coming from Indonesia, looks like, interestingly enough, trying to get some cameo going, I think, for Indonesia, most likely.
Well, you could say that they are going into the unknown.
Well,
Yeah.
pretty much says what it is. So we'll see.
Did I just see a first note miss?
Yes, it is indeed a first note missed, or the first 5 notes, I guess, and the second from yeah.
All right, that's a mini jack. There's a mini jack drop there.
I know that feeling about the transition to mini jack. Tends to happen to be claiming the most victim.
Well, so far so good for Russia. They just need to hold on to this for the next 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And Astral Buka finding a trade. Trades favor the team in the lead, and that is Russia. Again, we have really long
Meiju, Meiju actually trading that out as well for Israel. Only full combo left being not full combo. Yeah, already missed like first 5, I think. So at this point, maybe.
But look at that accuracy. That is wild.
Yeah, 99.8 on the mini jack miss. Well, yeah, that is definitely a yeah moment right there.
That is like, even with a messy start, really, like that, it doesn't really matter. Maybe it would if manages to find a miss somewhere at this chart, but we're kind of in that part where everything is so pretty straightforward. Buka finding a drop on that burst, so that is not gonna help Russia.
Well, LNs is definitely LNs are definitely gonna be in vain here. There's a miss from Azrael, and Major trades it out.
What a recovery here from This is really good.
Yeah, just apart from a mini jack miss and then like a miss on like a very first 5 notes or something along those lines, or I guess it might as well just be like a almost 990k at this point.
Ubuka, Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Why? Yeah, I forgot the words that I was about to say from those misses. That's
Well,
unfortunate.
well, I mean, I guess the transition in and out of it, even the L1 releases are kind of catching both Russians at this point.
Mini Jack's actually giving Meiju some trouble in this section.
Oh, actually,
As
Asriel.
well. It's only Yeah who's maintaining this combo. It doesn't even seem like they missed at all at the very beginning due to how consistent they have been, and their accuracy is really high.
It's still gaining. It's still gaining on the core stream. That is kind of pretty much crazy, isn't it?
Well, if there's a case for why Indonesia is seeded this high, well, there's one of the reasons why.
Well, I mean, I expected this to be like, well, 990. Well, it's par for the course anyway, knowing that. Yeah, 990. Oh well, I guess not anymore.
But wait a minute. How was that an act drop of only 0.02%? 0.02% on a single note miss. That was a really clean score.
What is that ratio? Hang on.
Wait, what?
6 to hundreds.
Well, if there is a statement score to end the match, I think that's one of them. That's a really good example of them. What a way for Indonesia to close out this match against Russian Federation. Congratulations to them for advancing to the winners bracket quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Team Russia will be relegated to the losers bracket and will try to survive one match at a time and try extend their campaign in this World Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Knowing they have a tough road to climb, knowing that they have to survive. At least the next one will be quarterfinals, and I think Russia, we're gonna have to step it up eventually, knowing that their opponents are just gonna be, if not as scary as other like opponents, like even like a lower seeded ones. Especially for, I think Indonesia at this point, they could have a good chance of getting a podium if they actually have a solid arsenal of scores, knowing that they can actually substitute with other people as well.
They gotta continue their momentum really if they want to get that far into the tournament. But anyways, I think that's it for this match in particular. It was a really interesting one, especially Rice 4. So that is something for the books indeed. Anyways, I think the other match is currently ongoing.
Yeah, I mean, apparently on the A stream as well, I feel like it's still just about deadlock actually. Maybe UK and Vietnam are actually trying to gunning out maybe to a tiebreaker. So head over there to the A stream and just watch and support the teams that are actually still playing up until this point. Maybe they can go to a tiebreaker with your support. So this has been the B stream as well. This is Mifa and Sergio. We'll be heading over there and stay tuned and see you there.
I can feel